The video is an ultimate guide to the 10 best things to do in Jordan. 1. The Rose Red City. Carved into towering sandstone cliffs by the Nabateans over 2,000 years ago, Petra is the undisputed jewel of Jordan and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. To reach the city, you must walk nearly a mile through the Siyaha, a narrow, winding gorge flanked by cliffs that soar up to 200 meters. Sunlight filters through the crack above, and the stone walls ripple with shades of pink, gold, and deep purple. As you near the end of the Siyaha, a sliver of the iconic treasury appears through the rock, a moment that leaves every visitor breathless. The treasury, or Al-Khazne, is an elaborate facade carved into the cliff, standing over 40 meters tall. But Petra is far more than the treasury. It's a sprawling city of tombs, temples, an amphitheater that once seated 4,000, and a massive monastery, Ad-Dair, reached by climbing 850 rock-cut steps. 2. Mars on Earth. Just a few hours south of Petra lies Wadi Rum, a protected desert wilderness often called the Valley of the Moon. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a landscape of towering, jagged mountains, sweeping red sand dunes, and natural rock bridges sculpted by wind over millennia. It's no wonder filmmakers have used it as a stand-in for Mars in movies like The Martian and Dune. The best way to explore this vast desert is by booking a 4x4 Jeep tour led by a local Bedouin guide. Your driver will take you deep into the protected area to visit hidden canyons, ancient petroglyphs, and the famous Burda Rock Bridge. Feel the thrill of sandboarding down the Al Ramal red sand dune. 3. Float in the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is a natural phenomenon unlike any other on Earth, a vast shimmering salt lake that sits at the lowest point on the planet, over 430 meters below sea level. The water is so incredibly salty, about 10 times saltier than the ocean, that human bodies become effortlessly buoyant, allowing you to lounge on the surface like a cork while reading a book. The mineral-rich black mud that lines the shores is famous for its therapeutic properties, believed to help with skin ailments and joint pain. Slather yourself in the warm, gooey mud, let it dry under the sun, then rinse off in the water for a spa experience you won't soon forget. A word of caution: do not splash the water into your eyes or mouth, as the salinity will sting fiercely. Bring old water shoes, as the salt crusts can be sharp. 4. The Pompeii of the East. Located just 48 kilometers north of Amman, the ancient Roman ruins of Jerash are arguably the best-preserved provincial Roman city in the world. Often called the Pompeii of the East, Jerash was one of the 10 great Roman cities of the Decapolis League. The site is vast and remarkably intact, with towering colonnaded streets, 2 massive theaters, public plazas, baths, and the stunning Arch of Hadrian, built in 129 AD to honor the visiting Roman emperor. Walk the 800-meter Cardo Maximus, the city's main thoroughfare, still paved with its original stones, many rutted by the wheels of chariots that passed over them 2,000 years ago. The Oval Forum, a unique 90-meter-long plaza surrounded by 56 Ionic columns, is one of the most distinctive and photographed features of Jerash. 5. Taste Jordanian hospitality. To truly understand Jordan, you must eat its food. The national dish is mansaf, a celebratory feast of tender lamb cooked in a fermented dried yogurt sauce called jamid, served over fragrant yellow rice, and topped with almonds and pine nuts. It's traditionally eaten by hand, using flatbread as a scoop, and is a symbol of generosity and Bedouin hospitality. For a simpler everyday meal, try zarb, the Bedouin barbecue of spiced chicken and vegetables slow-cooked in an underground oven, which you've already experienced in Wadi Rum. Don't leave without sampling a falafel sandwich from a street vendor. Cheap, crispy, and delicious. 6. Siyaha in Amman. Begin your exploration of Jordan's vibrant capital at the Amman Citadel, a historic hilltop that has been inhabited for thousands of years. The citadel offers incredible panoramic views of the sprawling white stone city below. The most striking monument here is the Temple of Hercules, a massive Roman structure dating to the 2nd century. Nearby, a giant white stone hand is all that remains of a colossal statue of Hercules that once stood 13 meters tall. Don't miss the Umayyad Palace, a restored early Islamic structure with a stunning domed audience hall. At the base of the Citadel Hill sits the Roman Theater, a magnificent 6,000-seat amphitheater carved into the hillside in the early 2nd century. It's remarkably well preserved and is still used for cultural events today. 7. Crusader Fortress. Standing on a ridge overlooking the King's Highway, the imposing Karak Castle is a masterwork of Crusader military architecture. Built in the 1140s, it was a stronghold of the Knights Hospitaller and a key strategic point in the power struggle between the Crusaders and Islamic forces. Unlike many of the more polished Roman ruins in Jordan, Karak is raw, dark, and gritty, with a maze of stone-vaulted halls, underground galleries, and secret passageways. Put on a headlamp and descend into the dark tunnels to truly appreciate the eerie atmosphere. From the castle's battlements, you'll have sweeping views over the town, the surrounding hills, and the distant Dead Sea. 8. The Holy Land View. Perched 817 meters above sea level, Mount Nebo is one of the most revered pilgrimage sites in all of Jordan. It is from this windswept summit that the Bible says Moses viewed the Promised Land before his death. On a clear day, you can follow in his footsteps and gaze across the sun-drenched Jordan River Valley, the glittering Dead Sea, and the spires of Jerusalem and Bethlehem in the distance. The site is dominated by the Memorial Church of Moses, a modern structure built around ancient ruins of a 4th and 6th century Byzantine church. Inside, you'll see stunning mosaics, including a beautiful floor depicting hunting scenes and exotic animals. 9. The oldest map. In the quiet town of Madaba, just 30 kilometers south of Amman, lies one of the world's most extraordinary historical treasures, the Madaba Mosaic Map. Housed on the floor of the Greek Orthodox Church of St. George, this massive floor mosaic dates back to the 6th century AD and is the oldest known surviving cartographic depiction of the Holy Land. The map originally measured over 15 meters wide and depicted an area stretching from Lebanon in the north to the Nile Delta in the south. Today, the best preserved section shows Jerusalem in stunning detail, with its city walls, gates, and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre clearly identifiable. The map is oriented with east at the top, a unique feature that fascinates historians. After marveling at the map, take time to explore the rest of this charming town, known for its many mosaic workshops. 10. Snorkel the Red Sea. At the southern tip of Jordan, the port city of Aqaba offers a completely different side of the country, a sun-drenched Red Sea escape. Jordan's coastline is only 27 kilometers long, but it boasts some of the most pristine and easily accessible coral reefs in the world. The clear, warm waters are a haven for marine life, with over 500 coral species and over 1,000 fish species. You can don a mask and snorkel right off the public beaches at the South Beach area, where shallow reefs begin just a few meters from the shore. The Japanese Garden, an underwater garden of colorful coral formations, is a favorite for snorkelers. For certified divers, Aqaba offers over 25 dive sites, including the famous Cedar Pride Wreck, a sunken cargo ship that has become a vibrant artificial reef teeming with lionfish, moray eels, and glassfish.